All right, everybody, welcome in. It's the third episode of the Nerds campaign, and we'll have people give a little rundown of their character once they get back from the fridge getting drinks.
It's on fire! It's on fire! Can't put it out!
That's why you keep a fire extinguisher in your kitchen.
If we got one in the building, I need to contact my landlords. I gotta check downstairs because seriously, I don't even know if we have one here. I need one. I need to get one. Seriously, I can't open this stupid bottle. Let's try the orange.
Do you need to know the spells, Jim?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you want to know the spells that I think?
Sure.
Detect, healing elixir, and comprehend languages.
I think you only get access to evocation and abjuration.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I've never played an Eldritch Knight.
You can't tell me how to feel.
I can make suggestions.
Well, being I've broken the game already.
Abjuration and evocation spells on the wizard spell list.
There you go. Sounds like he read it from the book, buddy.
All right, there
I
we go.
believe it.
Oh, I'm looking at it now. Sorry, I was doing something else.
It's under spells known of first level and higher.
Twilight Bard. We get them all. Well, not all of them. We get a lot of them.
Not gonna lie, I've never had any interest in playing a wizard.
Here's the Eldritch Knight spell list. Teresa.
Yeah. Not over a sorcerer. I always prefer sorcerer to wizard.
What's this? I mean, wizard has more spells, but sorcerers can choose any spell they have, but it's just smaller list.
Correct. Sorcerers don't have to prepare.
Yeah.
And in 5e, sorcerers also get sorcerer points, which means they can modify their spells on the fly.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, because honestly, I think that's the way I like it too.
Well, wizards get like 9 different subclasses, one for each school of magic.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, like, if you want to be a necromancer, it's best to go wizard and necromancy.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
See,
so,
my thing
sorcerer is not going to make as good of a necromancer, or it's
At
going to
least
be
in 5e.
Yeah, in 5e.
Is sorcerer the one that does the eldritch blast? Like that's all their thing?
That's warlock.
Yeah, that's warlock.
Good old Eldritch Blast.
Sorcerers get sorcerer's blast. Is that blast?
Have you guys seen the I don't know what it is. Something or other quick guide to like D&D classes and stuff.
Sorcerer's burst. I have not.
I'll see.
At least not recently. If you're having troubles deciding what spells you get, if you make sure that one of them has an R with a book, meaning it's a ritual spell, you'll be able to cast that using 10 minutes rather than actually needing to use up your spell slot. So sometimes if you're worried about having too many spells and not enough spell slots, throwing some of those on your list can be helpful.
Oh, whoops! I'm not gonna. That was the wrong button.
That's what she said.
I'm gonna look at the sorcerer's spell. What do you guys got?
So
And then everybody double check that you don't have your mics open or you muted your windows. I think somebody's giving feedback. I'm not sure.
Sorcerer has got some pretty good cantrips. You can only use one cantrip at a time, right?
Yes.
So you can't cast like light and mage hand.
So you can't do light in mage hand, but if you use a cantrip, you can also cast a spell that is a bonus action or reaction, but not on your turn unless it hits the reaction.
I thought you were gonna say you could cast two, but they have to be different schools of magic.
Nope, you can cast two, but only if one is a cantrip and one is a bonus action. They can both be cantrips as long as one of them is a bonus action.
Okay.
Like, say, Shillelagh. Casting Shillelagh is a bonus action.
But you probably do sorcerer. I mean, they have to have concentrate.
Only certain
You can't
spells
have
require
two-
concentrate, right?
Oh, yeah, I got feedback there. You can't have two concentration spells going at the same time.
Yeah.
What if you got multi-personalities?
Well, you have to work that out with the DM.
Hey Jim, I got an idea.
In 5e, the DM can do what he wants.
All right. What are you trying to pitch to me here?
Oh, don't let him do it.
What? Come on, man.
Well, if he's going to be multiple personalities or whatever, and he's going to try and use it to his advantage, I at the same time get to be his quote-unquote shadow, so to speak, and I get to be in control every now and then.
Oh, hilarious. Okay, let him do it.
That'd be interesting.
He gets to be one of your personalities, buddy. So if you cast two concentration spells, declaring that one is cast by your other personality.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that'd be interesting.
Be some funny business.
At least every third round it'd be pretty funny. All right, so Teresa's character is good to go, I think.
Yeah, I'm just. You said to pick ritual spells, right?
No,
At least one if you're able to, but you may not be able to.
Where do you find out? Where does it say it's a ritual spell?
If you
Under
are
the spell descriptor.
Yes. If you're on D&D Beyond, it should be under the spell descriptor.
And you said two of those, right?
Two cantrips.
Three. Well, two. Well, the cantrips don't really matter. You just technically have all of those because I'm allowing it, and then you can pick whichever one you want to cast at any time. But the spells, you can only pick 3 first-level spells within the Abjuration Evocation schools.
Okay.
So it's only the first level spells that you have to worry about with the ritual. There are no cantrip rituals that I'm aware of.
Okay.
And that's just so you don't have to burn up all your spell slots. Like with me, I have Detect Magic, Unseen Servant, and Comprehend Languages as my ritual spells. So when I want to do those, I can be like, guys, I'm going to sit down and draw a circle and do a little dance and shake my tail feather, and 10 minutes later, I now understand what these kobolds are saying. Or I can now see the magic ambiance in the room. Or I can have this force push on this thing, or carry this thing, or go activate that trap for me, will you please?
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so it looks like under casting time, that'll tell you whether or not it's a ritual.
And rituals are usually, if you're casting it as a ritual, it's usually 10 minutes plus whatever the regular casting time is. So, 10 minutes in an action, which is 6 seconds, I think.
Yep. And to all the viewers, I apologize. Took a bit to get the stream up. We're finishing up leveling our characters, and then we're gonna pick up where we left off. Like I said, this campaign is Nerdonia. It's basically the Nerds Candy adventure that they were offering with Mimic candy that they were selling, and I've modded it some, so if you know the campaign, it's changed up a bit. And so far, they've actually the pink nerd has now become supposedly emperor and is sitting on a throne.
Pinky.
Yeah, and last stream, my voice wasn't being recorded, so I apologize for that. But you can catch the gist of what's going on from the other players. But I've rectified that, and we're continuing on from there.
It's ironic that it was better that way.
Yep. I see. Yep.
You just heard a lot of me and Joe arguing. I don't know if that would be better.
That's kind of the gist of what was going on, with Steve putting little excerpts in every now and then.
All right. I'm playing Toadstool. I'm a halfling druid.
I'm playing Lilithion. I am a Harrington bard.
I'm playing Rick Salty. I'm a goblin wizard.
I am playing Ingo, fighter half elf.
And later on, we'll be joined by what is his name? M Isaac, and he'll be a paladin.
Ambrosius.
He's just got Isaac on the brain. I don't blame you, buddy.
Sounds like hero worship. Okay.
Oh no, it does actually look very much like Sissek. Ami Sissek.
Yeah, I always call him Ami or M.I. Sessek.
Cool.
Alright, so we can pick up where we left off. You looted the bodies of the kobolds that disappeared, and that's how Ingo got a suit of leather armor, a long sword, and a short sword. And some other loot. What is it? Both the Lilithion and Toadstool took leather, I think, if I remember right.
I think so.
I mean, if anybody wants it, I don't need it. I have my mage armor I can lean on once per day. What I do want to know is, didn't Pinky have a set of thieves' tools that he doesn't need anymore?
That's true.
If that being the case, I would like those unless somebody else can use them.
I think he was picking a lock at one point.
He does, actually.
Woohoo!
So is he just sitting on the throne, just staring off into the distance, like zoning out?
Yep, he's just sitting there.
He's
Or his
looking
eyes,
at
like,
his dungeon mind.
Yeah,
Well, like I said, he's got a glow around him, a soft pink glow. And he's got a crown now and a scepter.
If you look into his eyes, are his eyes like a rainbow, like he's going through the spectrum?
No, they're just glowing pink orbs. Although he does have that star, the 7-pointed star on his head. And it's all pink right now.
Is that thing actually like, is it a scar in his head, or like a glowing emblem or something, or like?
It looks kind of like a gem or whatever. Like he's like a gem on the center of his head, kind of like it's stuck in there.
Do we get any reaction on him, or is he just like vacant?
Well, no, he'll talk to you if you talk to him.
Oh, really?
All right. Well, let's see what he knows.
Yeah, like roll.
Pinky, can we call you Pinky still, or would you prefer Emperor Pinkus?
Pinky's fine. We're still friends.
Awesome sauce. Do you have, I mean, now that you're up there and seem to be quite magically endowed, do you have any idea of a couple of things? One, where the next closest colored of your race might be found. I'm sure there's a better way to put that. Like, red or yellow or blue. What's the I know it wasn't quite Roji Biv, but it was close.
Oh, it was actually Roji Biv. Like,
Yeah, but pink's not on there, so I assume,
We're doing the other ones: cyan, magenta,
Yeah.
yellow, whatever.
He would say he has no idea or whatever. He says that the female voice that speaks to him every now and then says that maybe try red next.
Is that a different town?
I have no idea where they would be.
Okay. And I assume you said red next, not red necks.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. The second question I had, and this is probably an important one, but maybe out of your, I don't know, range of knowledge. You have a sister back there at the plant shop. Are you stuck to this throne? Do we need to give her a message for you or the plant lady? Or are you able to go back and forth and make sure that your sister is... I know sometimes a lot of power can make us forget the little folks, but I assume that she's still quite important to you.
He says he'll send for her.
Okay. So you got it covered, in other words.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, that is a load off my mind.
Onward.
And upward, onward and upward. Oh, and is it all right, since you probably don't need them anymore, can I use your thieves tools? Because we're probably going to need them.
He'd say sure, he'd hand them to you.
Awesome. Much appreciated. Very much appreciated. And it was a pleasure to help you out. I hope we're able to help the rest of your people out so that we can both enjoy this land you come from and make our way to our own land where things are a little less kooky.
I'm gonna look at Lala and be like, give the thumbs up. You did good, man. You did. That was a good wind up.
I'll give you a nod and duck my ears a little bit. And then slowly back away, since he can't point us in any direction.
He's gonna ray of enfeeblement us or something on our way out.
Wouldn't that bite?
All right, so heading down the hall, I guess, out of here.
Yeah.
He's not really giving us anything.
Yeah, just remember the trap is still armed.
Did anybody else have any questions they wanted to ask this Emperor Pinkus?
No, not really. Anybody?
Nope.
All right. Then, yeah, I guess we duck under the trap, reminding each other as we go. There's a trap up above our heads. If you're a shorty, you can kind of just duck under it. If you're a tallie, you might need to crawl.
Well, can we get the net out of here? Is it worth getting?
You would have a net, a small net.
I'll take a small net.
Okay. You would obviously, if you don't really care, you're going to make some noise, but you would be able to get it disconnected.
Okay, I'll do it.
If anybody has empty bags, they do have the mine of candy and amphetamine around the corner if anybody wants to fill up their bags full of this.
I already
candy.
filled mine.
Oh yeah, Teresa, if you want 5 pounds of pure rock candy, there's in C5B, like you can mine some, and it's actually
like drugs to these nerds.
It's basically like cocaine to these little guys.
Pure adrenaline.
Why not? Yeah.
Okay, so you got your 5 pounds of it. All right, so you guys' backpacks are full of rock candy. You haven't gone to C5E, and you also haven't gone in the C5 base direction either, but you don't have to. It's up to you guys.
Since we're doing that, I'll also make sure my backpack is full of rock candy in case we need to trade it or something.
You said 5 pounds?
Yeah, 5 pounds.
So we should be at 15 pounds right now if anybody wants to keep track of that.
We got a party loot, but how big's the net that I got? Like 4 foot by 4 foot?
I think a regular net is 10 feet by 10 feet, so this is probably 5 feet by 5 feet.
All right. Okay.
Sorry, I was giggling because I was imagining you trying to drag a whole bunch of rock candy as it slowly, like, cheese grades against the floor.
Oh god, that'd be hilarious.
He's like, guys, I got 100 pounds of rock candy.
Just a white trail behind him.
Yep.
All right, so it's up to you guys on whichever way you want to go.
Well, we never checked C5E. Let's follow the path down and see what's in that room. Might be interesting.
All right, so once you get to about here, I'm going to have you pick an order of who's going first, second, third, and fourth, and then obviously if anybody's going to try and look for traps, I don't know what your skills are.
Unless anybody else took any type of trap stuff, I will go ahead and take the lead. Did anybody else take any rogue levels or any abilities like that?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to take 10 minutes and I'm going to ritually cast Unseen Servant.
Okay, you can shave that down with... Or that's right, your spells are sonic based, right? All of them, even if they're...
Yep, every spell I have is verbal. Verbal component. I'm a bard.
Okay, then they can't help you speed it up. But I was going to say Teresa and Steve could help each other speed up rituals, but...
Right on.
But yeah, you'll get it done after 10 minutes. You have an Unseen Servant.
Well, I would like my Unseen Servant to give me advantage as I use perception to check our trail to make sure that we are not running into traps. Crap, I just exited out of my character sheet. What a butt. Get over there. All right, we're back.
How does it give you advantage? I'm curious.
Um,
It's just if it sets something off, technically you would know it's there, or...
No, advantage just means I get to roll twice and take the best.
No, I know, but is that because the Unseen Servant would set off whatever it is?
Unseen Servant could aid another.
Oh, okay.
So, if I think there's something there, then I might have the Unseen Servant press against it, but I don't think it'll set off floor things because I don't think it weighs enough. Unless
I forget it can do like 5 pounds or something, right?
Yeah, like has to actually physically push against it to set it off. Otherwise, I think it's kind of assumed that it's floating along.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a weak air elemental, if I remember right, or something.
Something like that. Yeah, invisible, mindless, shapeless, medium force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends.
Okay. All right, so roll perception then, I guess.
You got it. Perception. Let's give that an advantage. And Scooby-Doo. Nice. 24.
Okay. I'm also curious, what prestige classes did the rest of you take, or are you still trying to figure that out?
Broker.
He said evoker, I believe.
Okay.
I did.
Evocation wizard. Let's see. I went with a bard of lore.
What does that do exactly?
That gives me cutting words, which means I can throw out insults to throw off our opponents.
It gives them disadvantage, or it does like 1d6 damage or something? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it subtracts either a 1d6 from either their attack or their damage. I get to choose as a reaction. So it would be using that instead of silvery barbs, and I can only do that 5 times per day. Currently, I believe, per long rest.
Okay.
What is this? What are we looking for?
Sorry,
And
what'd you say,
eventually
Teresa?
You asked. I'm sorry. What are we looking at? What are we doing?
Subclass. At third level, most classes get a subclass category.
So yours was Eldritch Knight. So
Oh, okay.
then what'd you pick, Joe, or are you still figuring that out?
I got Sage written, but I don't know if that's a thing or not. I'm still gonna work it out if I
Okay.
have to.
I think that's your background, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's my background. I'll take a look at it later.
Okay, no worries.
I might take spores, maybe.
I think druids, what you're choosing is what circle you belong to. Like
Yeah.
Circle of the Moon or...
No, I like the wild shaped one.
Ooh.
All right. So Lala's taking the lead, so I'm just kind of following them. I still have light on me though, and these hallways are still dark.
I am going to go ahead and move my light to my unseen servant.
Okay. You're not noticing anything. You're seeing with that perception roll, you're seeing like very faint glinting coming from the very edge of the room.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll let them know behind me, hey, there's something metallic or shiny, but I don't see any traps yet. Let me know when you want another roll. Unless you
We'll
just want me
speed
to
it up.
roll as
We'll
a
speed it
or
up here.
something.
Okay. No, there's nothing. It's
Okay.
normally I'd waste time, but we got plenty of stuff to do here. Okay, so this is a large cavern with more piles of candy rubble rock within it. But embedded in the eastern wall is a massive fossil of a 40-foot long dragon.
Oh, dang. Wait, dragon bones?
Dragon bones.
Oh, I'm about dragon bones.
And it appears to be a full skeleton.
Is there another pick in here?
Yes.
Sweet. All right. Well, I start focusing on the teeth. And is this a fossil or is this bones?
It's just bones, and it's just on the floor.
Sweet. We got a pick and we got a whole full set of dragon teeth, guys. Who's got room in their bag?
I need more description on what are they uncovering the dragon, or is the dragon skeleton like, is it intact? It's not like a pile of bones?
It's intact, and it says it will take 6 months of work to free the entire skeleton, which will sell for a lot of money.
Yeah, I just want the teeth. And maybe
fast forward 6 months.
No. No, please, no. I just want as many teeth as we can get in like the next hour. And just focusing on teeth, because that's a spell component.
Does any of you have mining or archaeology or something similar to that, just so you don't damage them?
I have everything. I'm a bard, and I hit 3rd level.
I have Arcana.
You just tell me what you want me to roll, and I get half my proficiency to it.
I feel like it'd be the equivalent to a craft profession or something. Let me look.
Okay. which I assume would be an intelligence roll. I mean, I prefer Dex or Charisma, but if I have to roll intelligence or wisdom, I will.
We'll make it easy. Well, let's go sleight of hand, being it's delicate work.
Woo!
Well, because it's
About
like
that.
archaeology, so it's...
So this skeleton isn't in the rock or anything. It's just sitting in the middle of the room.
No, it's like in the east wall. Like the whole thing, you can see it's a full skeleton that's in the rock, in the candy rock, in the east wall.
So it got like, what else is going on in this room? Like it's just a big empty caved out room that they've discovered, dragon bones in, and they're slowly
Pretty much.
uncovering them.
Yeah, it's like this. They were mining the rock candy, and then they stumbled upon this complete skeleton.
Okay. Anything else around here?
There'd be some worn picks, and once again some more of that leather tarp material, some rope.
I'm going to have my servant help me. If you will once again allow me to take advantage on this roll, I would appreciate it.
I don't know exactly how the servant would help you, because you're kind of just like hammering really light with the pick.
You can clear out dust so I can see what I'm doing.
I suppose. Yeah. Okay.
After looking
Well,
around
he'll
the room,
just speed it up. I don't know if that would
I-
give advantage. I think it would speed up the process.
All right. Well, I rolled the same either way, so we'll take it.
All right.
It didn't change. So 25.
All right. So after an hour, you would have, what is that?
50 teeth.
No, it's archaeology slow going, man, without trying to damage it. Okay. I don't know, with that awesome of a roll, I'll give you like 5.
Oh, okay, I'll take them. Take what I can get. 5 dragon teeth.
And they make your fingers tingle.
Ooh. All right, when we get more downtime, I'm going to detect magic on these bad boys. But for now, they're going in the rucksack. Are there any of the dragon bones that are sticking out that we can just pick up?
No, you would have to you have to take this thing out. Like it would take time to mine it. And I mean that's 6 months if it was one person. I'm sure you could get it down if you had more people.
Yeah, but we don't want to stay here for a month, right?
Or magic. I don't know if you have magic.
I mean, oh wait, you guys have magic. Shit, what am I doing? With my bardic knowledge of spells and such, I'm gonna metagame a second and be like, "Hey guys, if I remember right, you have access to all of the cantrips, and those who have access to all the cantrips have excavate as a cantrip, I believe, or move earth as a cantrip. Pretty sure either one of those would
Do I?
do something. I mean, it lets you dig holes.
Oh yeah, there's rock to mud. I mean those are higher level spells, I think.
Yeah, but excavate and move earth are cantrips. Those aren't.
6th level transmutation, move earth.
All right. Yeah. All right. So there's a cantrip. I don't have it on my spell list, guys, but
Mold earth.
there you go. No. There's one for each element. There's a cantrip for each element, and then there's also excavate, I believe.
Yeah, well, because you can turn it in and excavate it. Is that what you're looking for?
You can move it along, you can excavate it, deposit up to 5 feet away. This movement doesn't take blah blah blah, causes shapes, blah blah blah. If the dirt stone is on the ground, you cause it to become difficult terrain, something or other. So yeah, we could dig it out. I mean, is there anything on the skeleton we could actually use per se? Because I mean,
So I know that the teeth are spell components for higher level spells. Bones can be used for crafting because they're usually pretty solid. I don't know if they're actually spell components, but you could literally make like a sword or a club out of a dragon bone and have it be a better weapon than your base club, or
yeah.
in my opinion. Also, if you could speak to dead, you might be able to, if you have like the skull, you may be able to find information out from this dead dragon. Of course, I don't think anybody can do that yet.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the things that like, is there any sneaking suspicion like this thing just died a long time ago and got buried by rock candy or whatever?
I mean, if it's bones and not fossils, then wait, is the Lathion as intelligent as me? The Lathion has no idea. Never
So I
mind.
mean, I'm just gonna poke around the room while he's digging out his teeth, and then like I'm gonna aid him so we get the teeth out, and like everybody else is kind of putzing around on their phones.
What are phones, buddy?
Oh man, it's these amazing little like they're kind of like, you know what a playing card is? It's kind of like that, but there's the images like change and shift and stuff, and you can like push things on them. It's pretty amazing.
I think you're full of stuff. You've been eating too much of that candy again.
Oh man, there's more over in the other cave. If you want some, you want me to go get some? I'll get some right now. There's some over there. I'll go get it. There's more over there.
Is it the same color or different color?
Different colors. They got all kinds. The red, blue, green. I think they got colors you haven't even know about yet.
We don't know what the green does. We haven't tried it yet.
No, I'm saving that stuff for a special something.
Can I help dig up the teeth to make it go faster?
Sorry, I'm looking at the spell to see like how it works because it's referencing loose earth, but at the same time it implies it could be used on tougher stuff, but it doesn't actually say what, like how much of it would do then.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would assume less than the loose earth, but
I'm just
more
gonna.
than nothing.
I'm a little guy, so I'm just gonna grab like whatever's loose that I can makeshift as like maybe sharpen into a pointy stick.
So we'll give you
Or, like,
20% of the effect just to make things simplistic. So you get a 1 foot cube per cast.
Okay, I mean it's a
Hey, that's fair.
yeah, it's a cantrip something or other.
I mean, it's
How
better
many-
than having to wait. So in the course
How
of
many
an
casts
hour,
does it
you
take
would
to
probably
beat-
get the whole damn thing out.
Okay.
Oh, damn. But
Well,
we couldn't
but
carry
you'd have to
it.
cast a spell like a bunch of times, but after an hour, you'd have the whole thing out undamaged. And you wouldn't have to worry about damaging it either with a pick.
And the skull on this thing's probably like the size of my entire body. Like what kind of dragon are we even talking here?
That's a nature check.
What's the base size? Without knowing what type it is, can we just
like an
guesstimate what the size is?
adult, a young one?
Well, and I just mean by feet. Like, is this a 20-foot long dragon?
It's
Is
40
this a
feet long.
40-foot long dragon. Okay.
Yeah, it's huge.
So I
We
feel
can't
like I
just
want to
keep
go
it
with
going.
like that's like an adult, isn't it?
Yeah, I would
think it
that's-
would
at
be.
the very least, that's a
At least mature.
yeah.
So yeah, it's an
So-
adult. It's an adult dragon, and if you give me a nature check, I can tell you what kind you think it is.
I
But
got
I think
so-
our point is that I don't think we have a way of actually dragging any of this with us. And then we'd have to find a seller. I think maybe the teeth and a bone each is about what we can carry. Joe wants a couple of toe bones, huh? I don't want to know what you're doing with those.
daggers or something. Just something. I mean, I'm a little guy. I don't need giant like freaking thigh bones for a club.
I got you. So you want some claws.
Yeah, basically, I'm looking for anything I can use like right now.
Okay.
Teeth,
I assume
claws,
the head's
those
probably
sound
5
good.
feet. Would be a guess. Like 5 feet,
That
maybe
sounds
Yeah, I'll
right.
take a
7.
toe bone too. I want to make a dagger.
Yeah, what's the girl's name? She could take the you want a dragon skull shield?
Can I use a shield? Because I've got dual weapons.
You use dual weapons. You'll want a long sword and a short sword, so like a tooth and a claw.
Could you do the thing where you like put your arms through the eye sockets and like wear it like a piece of armor?
I mean,
Neither one of those would be
she
a
could
long
make like
sword.
a small shield or like a buckler. You can use a buckler with like 2 weapons, but that's still going to throw your balance off on your offhand even worse.
However, we could take one of the bones and attach a tooth or a claw to the end, and you could have a spear or a small spear and a dagger.
Okay, anyone touching any of these bones, they definitely feel like your fingers are tingly. And
I'm gonna
also
go
at this
ahead.
point, you're starting to notice that all of you at this point, your hair is like standing up.
Oh, well, that
Dude.
gives us some. Okay,
Are we starting to like buzz that like and make that noise? Like, are we going Super Saiyan?
since we're taking some time in here, I'm gonna go ahead and ritual cast detect magic.
Okay, the skeleton is definitely magical. I would say like medium aura.
All right. And I'll turn
Oh, and
off.
both the eye sockets actually glow blue, even though like anything else blue in the room is on the grayscale.
Ooh, but they glow blue, which
Yes.
means this thing might be able to lead us to blue, because everything else is gray. In my opinion, after 19 Arcana with detect magic,
I mean, it's a
and
good
that's without a
hypothesis.
dream. That's my hypotenuse. So maybe we want the skull.
I mean, if there's a way we can take it, I can't take it. So I mean, it's up to the long legs.
We have a net. We can put it in the net and drag it along with us.
I mean, it's how heavy you think the skull is? Like 60 pounds?
And considering it's just bones, if you're dragging it, but I mean, and
And
it's not.
dragons have to fly.
Well, it's
I mean,
not
we
fossilized either. You're noticing it's not fossilized.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, I have a lower intelligence than my charisma. I was gonna say that, but then I was like, my guy might not know the difference.
And
all right.
you, Joe, you can't tell what it is. You didn't get high enough.
I
Well, I
gotta.
need to smoke more then. Where's the rock candy?
Oh no! Are you burning that stuff now?
I'm hooked.
Oh crap! Now we're screwed. The halfling's hooked on rock candy.
I'm gonna say we can put the skull right here while we explore the rest of this thing, because this is only one cave here. We should probably get moving. My
So,
I'll have my unseen servant carry it as long as you put it in the net.
All right, we're putting the skull in the net.
Okay.
And then I
You
assume
load
since
up the
each
whole
person-
skeleton into the net, and the only one strong enough to, I think, pull it would be oh my God, Ingo.
Okay. I'll go ahead and remove all the teeth first so that we have those for fun little spell components later on.
you actually pop the dragon? Like,
Teeth,
can
claws, skull,
you
I think is where we're at right now.
You're kind of breaking up a little bit, Teresa.
hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're like removing bones and stuff, and but it's still humming with like magic.
Yeah, like static electricity. The longer you're messing around, either in this room or with the skeleton, the static electricity is increasing.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Well, if we have more time, I'll throw another some more rounds at Detect Magic to see if I get more information from Arcana.
I mean, it's not a spell. We'll put it that. Like, there's not a spell on the thing. It's like the bones themselves are enchanted.
Yes. Which Detect Magic, as I focus, should be able to tell me like schools of magic and then what type of magic it is. Out of character, lore wise, I'm assuming this is a dragon that had some sort of electrical type.
I mean, I would say like evocation, but I mean that's I can't really give you a definitive answer because like it's not like I understand what you're saying and I know how detect magic works, but like I can't.
All right.
It's not an actual spell.
All right.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'll pull the spell if you want.
Would you prefer? Is it nature for dragons?
Well, the book says if you roll nature, I can tell you what kind of dragon it is.
Gotcha. Hey, Druid, do you want to help with this, or do you want me to help with this? I can now
rolled a
aid
9.
in all rolls.
I rolled a 9 like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, well, why don't we do it again? This time I'll aid you with my lore. Because I'm a bard.
All right.
So roll with advantage this time, buddy.
I figured it out, guys. It is a
It's blue dragon bones.
we
Dragon.
got ourselves a blue dragon skeleton.
Just for poops and giggles, I asked for help and we rotate the skull around to see if the eyes glow brighter or anything like that and when it's in any certain direction. See if maybe this can lead us to Bluey.
No, the glowing only lasts as long as the detect magic's in effect. After that, it would just go back to normal. But the static electricity, like I said, is continuing to increase.
Okay.
Need to get out of here. I'm not smart enough, but we need to get out of here. This thing might explode.
Right. Well, or at the very least, we might start a fire or have.
We're gonna get zapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a weird vibe in here.
I'm getting real fluffy, guys. We need to go.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're a bunny. You're a big. Oh yeah, you could. They could definitely tell you're all like puffed out.
Like this is gonna hamper me eventually. Let's get going. I'm a little too fluffy for my comfort.
All right, so Ingo is dragging the net with the skeleton in it, and you have the teeth, and the other two of you have like pieces of claw and stuff, right?
I think we grabbed all the claws and all the teeth and the skull because you said with the time.
So you're leaving the body and the tail, right? No, you excavated the whole skeleton in an hour.
Oh, can I grab the tail?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I said, the whole skeleton, except for pieces that people didn't take individually, is in the net.
I mean, it's 40 feet long. The tail's probably like 15 feet.
Well, if we can get the whole skeleton in the net and somebody's strong enough to drag it along, might as well.
40-foot dragon?
Hey, the GM said, I'm not arguing. I don't look horses in the mouth.
Yeah.
Especially when they're given gifts.
All right, so the net is at its max tensile strength at this point, based on the. I mean, granted, it's way lighter than normal, but the weight. So you're hearing creaking from the rope and stuff. But you take it out of the room, and also that's another thing. Anybody with a piece of the dragon gets shunted back to within 5 feet of the dragon if you get too far away. So the goblin's okay.
Find that out first, probably.
Yeah, so the goblin's okay, but you and the halfling get jerked back towards the net. Basically,
hey, what's going on here? Oh, it doesn't want to be separated.
Okay.
Is this something we know, or like when we roll I mean, all I got is Arcana.
Well,
Can
you
I
kind of
roll
got
Arcana
like
to,
something in the pit of your stomach, like you're on a roller coaster, and then you got jerked backwards, basically.
Is this something we know about, like dragon skeletons that they just?
I
need
mean,
to
you
be
could
together?
roll nature or arcana.
I just rolled a 20 Arcana.
Okay, basically what happens seems like a magnetism, some form of magnetism.
But I mean, is this a known thing with dragon skeletons that like we can't separate the bones or something?
Not that you're aware of.
And
You
we
want a
can't we can't
history
push
check
through
to
it?
see if that's a thing?
We can't push through it.
I mean, if you try again, you'll just get that pit in your stomach again, and you'll get jerked back towards the net that she's pulling.
What happens if you throw one of the bones, like step out of the way, but like throw one of the bones?
I step off to the side as he throws his claw.
It goes back towards the net and then sticks to the rest of the pile of bones.
Does it resituate itself as into where it was taken off, or does it just
No.
hang out with the rest of them?
No, it's just it has to be in close proximity at this juncture.
Okay, I'll go ahead and dump the teeth out there. Whatever we're dragging, I
Good
got
one,
it.
Dan. Good one. Yeah, good
Dragging the dragon.
one.
Whatever
Yeah.
we're dragging is just gonna, reconnect to the dragon. So
All right.
Yeah,
So we're gonna
yeah.
leave the dragon skull. Leave the dragon skeleton like here. You think?
well, we just don't need to carry all the pieces. We'll just leave it with the dragon skull. They'll all drag with it. So we don't have to worry about the loose teeth falling out of the bag, basically.
All right.
Or
Well, I mean,
claws.
I guess moving forward, do we want to take the entire skeleton with us down this hallway that we have to go down yet?
That's what we've been doing.
Well, we got to go down this. Are these stairs
Stairs.
going?
Well,
down
this will
or up?
never fit through that air duct at the mansion, and that's our only way that we found out.
That we
So
know
gotta
of,
keep going
but
this
we
way.
still have another path to check.
We still got to go south on the map yet. Which
Which was
goes
my
downhill
next-
or uphill?
It's a staircase up. It looks like a ramp.
Okay. Okay.
It looks like a ramp that has rails on it. Actually, at this juncture.
Putting the teeth back because I want to be able to travel further than the skull, than the bag, basically, so that I can keep checking for traps as we go.
So I'm not going to be able to move with that net, right? So I'm just going to leave the net in the cave, and then we can come back for it.
I was going to say, whoever's dragging it was still able to drag it. We just can't have separate pieces of it out of the net.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll keep dragging it then.
So I guess let us know when you want us to stop. We're gonna keep dragging the skeleton until we run into something, or you tell us to like drop the skeleton.
Nice.
Until we run into a necromancer and he brings it back and it eats our faces. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that'd be
I
a
just
pretty good
want
move.
the teeth.
So this is the order everybody's in currently, right?
Correct, I believe.
And you're still looking for traps, I assume. So I need a perception
Yep.
check.
You got it. Incoming. And since old boy doesn't have to help with the bag, he'll help me. Perception. Trappies. Do they have any trappies?
Okay, so you're not seeing anything. It looks like this is carved out a little better than the areas you were in. It looks like there's little piles.
Built steps or carved steps?
It looks like rough hewn steps that they've carved,
Okay.
and for small people. And then there's little piles of rock dust all over the place, and there's more water that's been flowing down because this is it's got a little downslope to it.
Okay, cool.
Going towards you guys, obviously. So the incline is up if you keep going south.
I take just a little quick taste of the water. Does it taste like it's fresh water, or does it taste tepid?
I'm gonna need a Constitution save.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that, eh? Constitution, as this has been running through all of the... Oh, no. You said save, right?
Yes.
This might be bad, guys. Oh, that is not with advantage.
Okay, you take 1 point of damage, and you basically, it's like you took a small sip of Drano.
Yeah. So how about me?
So your throat burns, and like it's starting to go down your throat, and it's not feeling very good.
I got a 16. He got a 6. Does the 16 pass it, or?
No.
Oh, no.
So, like I said, you take 1 point of damage. Did you drink it too, Joe?
Yeah, but I'm gonna do it after him. I'm gonna see him do it, and then I'm just gonna be like, I should have
You're gonna
waited.
be like, oh, by the way.
You also take 1 point of damage, and you're both you have esophageal damage, and it's something caustic is burning your throat.
Oh, no.
This stuff is not good, man.
I don't like this.
That burns. Not the good kind.
I don't like this. I need
I'm
my
gonna-
throat.
I'm gonna dig out my 1d4 potion of healing and take a swig of that.
I'm also going to do that thing he said.
Okay.
That stuff's
that heals it
nasty.
back
Do not
up.
drink that. Do
Both
not touch the water.
And then both of you, I need a. Well, actually, it doesn't matter at this point. Steve, Rexulti and Anika, or why can I not remember your name? Ingo. Rexulti and Ingo, you actually watch something dark-shaped fall off the ceiling onto them.
Oh no.
And
What?
it makes a soft slurp noise as it plops on both of you.
Oh. I'm gonna draw my weapon.
Are we covered by this thing?
Gonna back
Or?
up.
Yeah, yes.
Both of us, or to the fact that we're covered, or to the fact that they can back off?
Ingo can do whatever she wants when we're gonna have to roll initiative here, but yeah, it's not on her, it's on you two. So
Fun. All right. Initiative.
Do you want to say that we're right here, or do you want to say that we're on the stairs a little bit?
no, you can be where you are. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Is there any way to get better, like, is there any fire around to see what's happening, or just dark?
Whoops. When you roll initiative, be sure to like click your guy. Have your guy clicked.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh, I guess my guy was already. I'm in there.
There we go. Good
Hello?
enough. Your name's Annika, right?
I think her character name is Ingo.
Yeah.
Is it Ingo?
Did you have a question? What was your question?
Can we see? Is it? Like,
Oh yeah, you
where's
just
the-
watch some green slime thing like fall on both of them from the ceiling.
Oh, okay. So we can actually see what's happening. It's not like.
Oh yeah, you're watching them being digested right now, is what it looks
Oh,
like.
okay. Whatever it is.
We are completely engulfed by like one slime.
Yeah, it's a large slime. So
All right.
And we took our swig before this happened, right? So we.
yeah, that's how it got you.
Okay.
You were basically looking down, playing in the water, and it was on the ceiling, and then just fell on you. Sorry, I'm trying to find this initiative. There we go.
I'm sorry, Toad. I'm leaving you. Yeah, I don't have access to that spell. Well, boo.
You can't cast that yet. Okay, so Anika, to roll initiative, you on your character sheet you click initiative, like where it says initiative, and it should roll the dice and then put the number in there for you. Or you might have to select yourself and then do it. Like select your icon.
I'm trying to find.
And what is the best thing that I got right now that I could do to this thing?
Okay.
Escape.
Are you gonna beat?
All right. Yeah, you did it right. You're going first. What are you gonna do?
I don't want to touch it.
No, you really don't.
So can you actually see what it is? Like the picture of what it looks like?
No, I can't.
Zoom in.
There we go. Oh.
Nice.
I'll move it off to the side so I can see it a little better.
Yeah, I got him. He's cute. Yeah, I'll cut up, like, try to swipe at his eyes.
Okay. That will be an attack roll.
And where is that?
Or
I'm
is it-
still getting used to this program. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no worries.
No worries. That's how we learn, yo.
Yo. Okay.
So I know somebody in the past made me I'm a terrible DM here. It, like made me a thing where like you could just it said longsword or whatever and you'd click on it and it would add all your bonuses. I don't remember how to do that.
Macro.
Well, are you in D&D Beyond? You have a D&D Beyond character sheet?
I don't think she does.
No, I've got the one for the program that we're using. Roll 20.
Okay, then you can also open up that sheet and click on that. Either way, it would roll for you.
Is there an attack like a?
So if you have a sword equipped in that character sheet, you should be able to just click on that sword under.
Oh, I do.
No,
Then
that's
if you
your
open
gear.
up-
I didn't do that right. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know how to put a sword on her sheet. Is what I'm saying. I'm a terrible DM.
I can't look at her sheet.
You should be
Or
able to.
I can look at your sheet. Ha ha ha. I might be able to help. Okay. Boo 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 boo.
I was just writing what she had, but I couldn't remember how to do the thing where you can actually put items on her.
Oh, you did it. You're good. So it looks like you could do this thing, I think, right? Oh, let's name it. We'll name it Sword.
And how did you do that?
I just gave it a name. You had all the rest of it on there because you put it on her character, but then it needed a name. So once you hit the name, you should be able to tap the name under attack and spell casting.
Just tap it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, it rolled better for me.
Yeah, it did. Just use it.
Can she take my roll? My first one was 22.
No. All right, so you do hit it though, and you a bunch of smoke and hissing comes off your weapon.
Did it melt it?
It's your sword looks, it's like it's starting to corrode.
Yeah, this is how we learn.
But you have a short sword attack still, so
Okay.
you can just click sword again if you want to attack it with your short sword, or if you want to do something else.
So I just hit sword. Okay, I'll just hit sword again.
So that was your
Actually, no,
attack.
that was down.
You should be able to click on for damage. So if you click on the sword below it, that will tell you your damage. Yeah.
5.
Like for me, use my strength. So use your own. So do you see in Roll20 where it gives you your numbers 11 and 8? Underneath it, it says sword. Click on that sword and see what comes up. It's a button.
Okay.
Okay, so the second one actually. Oh, sorry. And then can you give me a strength check as well?
You said the first attack hit though, so she does.
The
have
first
to
attack. Well, the first attack hit, but it didn't actually do any damage. Like she just hit it. Like she hit it, but she didn't actually hurt it. And now she's rolling strength, and she manages to jerk her weapon back out. Like it was trying to grab her weapon. The second one actually hits and does damage. So the damage for a short sword is still 1d6, right? Plus strength.
1d6 plus strength, and that should be on her character sheet. I don't know why it's not rolling damage, too. Let me check it out. That was attack. So, behind your sword, there should be a... Oh, it just says 5.
It's just giving you the strength damage. It looks like it's not giving you any randomized damage.
D6, Well, if you click over here on the side, the left side of your Roll20 screen, there's dice that you can open up and roll any of those.
And then you just hit where it says D6, and like that'll roll 1d6.
Like boom. And then you do quick add them together.
So you do 10 points of damage.
Nice.
That looks like you actually cut the top half of it off. And oh crap, that's one thing I forgot to say. Do you want to do half damage so you don't slice up the people in the thing?
Oh, I thought they were like only half. Yeah, half damage is fine. I don't want to kill anybody.
Well, basically what'll happen is if you just do the full follow through, you will slice up them. Some of the damage goes to them.
I don't want to
Because
get
they're trying. But you can hold back so you like have a more precise strike, so to speak.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to kind of cut off the eyes just to kind of blind it, and like those are eyes, right?
Well, yeah, they're little eye stalks. You actually cut its head off then, and you do 5 points of damage, and you don't hurt either of them, and its head falls to the ground, and then you actually watch it kind of shrink and grow a new head.
Oh,
But the head you did cut off just like liquefies and turns into a puddle on the ground. All right, who is next?
Okay, sorry.
Oh, you still get a movement if you want to move, or you can just stay there. Or you can move 5 feet.
I'll just stay right there.
All right, Lilathian, it looks like it's your turn.
I'm getting out of here, man. I'm escaping. What would you like?
That's a strength check.
Can it be a dex check? I wish to use a dex check.
Let me see here.
Acrobatics.
I want to say it might be possible because there's a wall you could push off of, maybe. So I'll allow it, but okay.
Is there any way I could aid this being on the inside and seeing what he's trying to do?
You can help push him, but then that's gonna sacrifice your turn. We'll put it that way.
I mean, I'm fine with that. Whatever.
No, don't help me, man. Don't help me.
Tough! I'm doing it.
You want to be in here as short as possible, shorty.
All right.
I mean, blah 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 blah.
What do I roll?
If you're aiding, it just means I get advantage on my roll.
Yeah.
Is this acrobatics or a dex check?
Well, if you have acrobatics, I mean, obviously you would roll that, right? Because it's going to be a better roll than just raw dex.
It's the same. Well, if it's a dex saving throw versus acrobatics,
it's not a saving throw. You're doing an action. You're trying to get the hell out. So
then yes, acrobatics would be better.
So 21. So you actually get free and end up plopping on the northern side.
And then you said the northern side. I can't see my character, so you'll have to move it for me. But if you move
Actually,
it
we'll
where
make it
it's at-
easy. Sorry, here. We'll put you here. That's easier.
Cool. Then I will use my bonus action to bunny hop the hell away from this fudger. Bloop bloop. So that it doesn't get an attack of opportunity against me. And that would be my action and my bonus action. I mean, I could move farther, but I don't know that I want to move into this room. So I think I'm good where I'm at.
Well, there's a
Yeah,
door.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can't.
Tracker.
Roll death check for the spike trap you just fell into.
Can my move action be to open this door then?
I thought your move action was to get away from it.
No, that was my bonus action. I have a bunny
Okay,
hop.
so you have a bonus
motion
action. The action, your physical
that
action was
allows
to
me
get
to
out, right?
jump.
And then bonus action was to jump,
Correct.
and then you still have 5 feet of movement.
I still have. That depends on how much movement it takes to open the door. That's up to you.
Well, I would just say that counts as your movement because you're messing with the door instead of moving 5 feet, so to speak.
That
But
works.
it's locked. I'm sorry.
I would still have just so you know, I would still have my full movement past the bunny hop. But whatever it takes to move or open the door comes from my movement. If you say that's my whole movement, that's cool. But just so you know, it's not coming from just the 5 feet. It can subtract 5 feet from my movement, or it can take my whole movement. That's up to you. But I would still have my regular move if I hadn't messed with the door.
For the
Just
sake
your
of
way.
simplicity, I would say like it's gonna take your whole movement and the door's locked.
Cool. Done and done. Next.
Yeah, you're not moving the tracker. You should move the tracker.
That is a good point.
Sorry,
Only-
I'm trying to learn how, man. It's my first time. You're lucky
No
I even
worries,
got
buddy.
people's initiatives on here. All right,
Wait, we did that.
I moved it. Yeah.
Nice. Good job.
Well, no, I watched a video like a smart person, and then the person made it overly complicated, but I figured it out, and then, but the moving thing, yeah. All right. So that's the end of your turn, and now we're to good old Slurmy.
Slurmy.
If you don't catch that reference, it's from
Futurama.
Futurama.
I'd drink Slurm.
You
I guess
did drink Slurm.
There's a video game called Eat More Slurp.
Right on.
Supposed to be pretty good.
I am just so slow switching windows. All right, what do we got here?
I should edit my character while I'm here.
Okay, because you're engulfed. Joe, I'm sorry. Okay.
Nope. I'm invincible.
I mean, I tried to tell you, you shouldn't waste your turn on me. Well, listen
I
to me.
refuse to take damage.
You take you refuse to take damage. You take 7 points of acid damage.
I refuse to take damage.
If you have some form of mitigation to acid damage, you can use it, but it's 7 points of acid damage, and that is going to be. And then Slurmy is going to attack Teresa or Ingo.
Put baking soda in there.
Does armor class 21 hit? I think it does for sure.
I sent you the spells, Jim. I don't know if you got them or not.
No, I did. I gave you 100 sign. So
Kung Fu is the answer.
You take 12 points of damage, Ingo.
Nice.
And that's going to be its turn, and now it is Rexalti's turn.
I'm going to use my fireball orb with my ability to protect my friends. But I don't know how much damage a level 3 fireball would do because it's a
3d8.
3d8. So I believe it makes a dex save.
Okay.
And I don't have to I don't have to do half damage because I'm protecting my friends with my own spell.
Okay, so it does not make its saving throw.
Fireball! $15 points of fire damage.
A horrendous sulfurous smell comes off this thing. It's just terrible. Okay, I'm gonna need a con check from Anika, and that's it, because nobody else is close enough. Alright, you're fine. It's like breathing fresh air to you. You got a natural 20, so it doesn't even affect you. It had a chance to make you nauseous. Okay, yeah, you jacked it up pretty good. It is now small size at this juncture. And you are still inside of it, Toadstool, but it's a lot. You could put your hands out if you had to. Alright, next person. There we go, Toadstool.
What do you want me to roll to get out of here? Because you said they downsized it, so they reduced its size.
Yeah, Teresa took it down, or Anika took it down to medium size, and then the fireball took it down to small size. So it's just basically you're covered in like a coat of slime at this juncture.
Yeah. Because that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna reduce, enlarge, reduce. Well, crap. Can I still do that?
Are you gonna make yourself bigger?
No, I'm gonna make it smaller.
I don't know if you can do that, or is that a conflicted roll? Let me look it up.
Well, I mean, I can either try to escape because I can't produce flame in here, and I can't really cast a spell without like hitting myself. So I mean, the only thing I can really do is like either try to escape or try to reduce this.
Well, you can still cast spells. You just can't do a verbal spell, like a verbal component.
I couldn't cast spells because
Well, I mean, if
all
I
of mine are verbal.
my thing is, I could produce flame and cast flame in here, or some kind of. I thought I had a gaseous thing like spray poison or whatever, but I mean, I'm inside this thing, so if I lit it on fire, like I'm gonna be on fire.
Well,
Yeah, produce flame you can't do because it is a verbal component. You can shape change, I would assume.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm still stuck in it then.
Yeah, but you can shape change. The shape change ability I gave you, you could shape change into damn near anything. You could shape change into what the hell it is. Then it wouldn't hurt you anymore.
Damn.
Because I could do a thing where it does 10d acid damage, but this thing's made out of acid.
Yeah, acid against acid's probably not your best bet.
No.
But you mean a D10, not 10D, I assume.
Yeah, 10d1.
I mean, that's still better than 1D10, right? Because that's guaranteed.
I take a 10d1. Do I know if this thing's made out of water?
Yeah.
Do you know if what? I'm sorry?
Is this thing made out of water? Because I can shape water.
I mean, it seems liquidy, but I mean, from what you're gathering, it's some kind of acidic gel.
BT Dubs, your escape check is probably easier now that it's smaller.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, what do you want me to roll to like escape? Because I mean that's just I'm gonna try to escape if I can.
Same thing. Isaac tried to do, or Lilithian tried to do, and if you don't have that, then just a dex roll.
Well, I forgot what did he
I
roll?
rolled
Acrobat.
acrobatics.
Oh, or Dex. They're both the same. Big money, big money. Meh. 13.
Nope, you're still stuck.
Well, poop. Can all right. Yeah, I'm good.
Well, you
All
still
right.
have an action, or you can turn your action into a. Well, no, that was your action. So now you still have your movement, but I don't.
Yeah, I mean, can I
Can he try to
move
escape with
this?
his movement?
I mean,
I'll
I'm-
allow
allow
it.
it.
I mean,
So roll again, Joe. He said he'd allow it.
Oh, all right.
Acrobatics.
I'm doing Dex this time.
Okay.
Shit.
you're still stuck.
I got nothing, guys. I'm just rolling around, flopping like a fish.
You are too.
You're just off me.
Bloop, bloop.
All right, it's Anika's turn. And now you got a conundrum because attacking this thing, it's basically like if you do damage with a weapon, you're going to no matter what, some of that half the damage is going to go to Joe's character.
Can I grab him and like move him out of the way, like throw him, like toss him to the side?
Pull him
No,
out.
it's wearing him. So
He's wearing it.
Can I
yeah, he's
Can I
wearing
reach
it
in
technically.
grab him? So, I mean, it's not burning his flesh, right? So I could reach in and grab him.
When it was bigger, yes. Now, no.
I'm just covered
Okay.
in slime, basically.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to like do anything. So I'm just going to move. Like,
Do you have
out
any
of the way.
spells you could cast?
Honestly, moving isn't a bad option, especially since we've already seen our wizard be able to cast without hurting anybody inside.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything. So I'm just going to move because I was going to chuck the dragon skeleton at it, but I don't want to.
But an interesting mechanic in here to be aware of is that you need to use your action to disengage and then move so that it can't get an attack of opportunity against you as you move away from it while after being in
I
contact with
pick
it.
up the rules.
Rules are important. Somewhat.
Okay, so how do I do this? I'm going to move out of the way.
You just say, I use my action to disengage, and then it doesn't get an attack of opportunity, and then you use your movement to move away from it.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the whole disengage thing.
That's why I did my bunny hop rather than moving away from it, because my bunny hop does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, Harringtons are a pretty decent race.
I like them.
Herringon.
There you go. I'd often call it Harrington too, but it is Herringon, I believe.
Stuff I was reading, I think it's both of them. Like you can say either one. So, all right. So you're 5 foot and back towards Resulty, correct?
Yeah.
You can go behind the wizard if you want. He doesn't. Friendlies don't stop movement unless the GM says otherwise.
Well, and you do have cantrips. I mean, isn't there some kind of fire
That
cantrip
would've
she could use?
That would have used her action instead of disengaging and moving.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying in the Wayback Machine, she should have had some kind of damaging cantrip. I would assume she could have used.
I think she was worried that would hurt the person inside.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I
fine.
didn't want.
Our wizard specifically said, "Hey, I don't have to hurt anybody. Fireball."
All right, so we're just erring on the side of caution. I understand.
Yeah.
All right, so you're 5 feet back, and now it is your turn, Lilithian.
I, however, can be a dick sometimes. And I'm going to yell. Oh, it doesn't have to attack anybody, right?
All right,
I don't want to metagame.
I found the thing to use.
So, without metagaming, I am going to look at this thing and do what I do best, and I'm going to be like, listen here, oil slick. And then say something else that's even more intelligent than I can think up right now. It has to roll a wisdom saving throw. And I hope it fails. What'd it get? Oh, and
One
it
second.
failed.
It got 16, so I don't know if that.
Oh, it got 16, not 14?
Yes.
14. Never mind, it succeeded. Nothing happened.
Sorry, I'm not smart enough to know how to add the crap in yet, so. Oh, I suppose maybe if I click this advanced roller, there we go. Maybe that's.
My quip was sad anyways, so it's okay.
There we go. I'm a genius. Now I can roll dice with bonuses. There.
Genius. That's it for my turn. That was my action. So I know this door's locked. So unless I can use my move action to pick said lock, I am here.
No, that's too complex.
Cussing myself out, saying, "Come on, Lala, you can do better than that." Next.
It's its turn.
I refuse to take damage. I'm still invincible and refusing to take damage.
Well, it's doing way less damage now that it's tiny.
That's fine, because it still doesn't affect me.
Okay, 3 points of damage.
Jerk. I don't like you anymore.
All right, it's Exulti's turn. I keep wanting to call you Nick Nolte, man. I don't.
I mean, they rhyme.
Gonna look at my spells here.
Fireball. Bring the cave down.
I don't have fireball. I don't get that for 2 levels.
His gem only lets him do it 1 time a day.
You got a cantrip though, right?
Cantrip of fireball?
Well, or firebolt.
Screw it, magic missile.
He's burning those spell slots.
Well, he's trying not to hurt you. All right, roll magic missile. There's no saving throw to that, correct? Still, I should say.
What's your magic? I gotta ask. What's your magic missile look like? What's it look like when you cast it? Are you doing like a Naruto thing?
Darts of magical force. So they're probably purple.
Purple.
Are you doing like a Naruto hand thing?
Yep.
You anime people.
It's just like shooting an arrow, kind of.
They're like little throwing darts.
Oh, okay.
And I rolled as bad as you can get.
Oh, he's playing Gambit.
Woof.
Okay, it does damage.
4 damage. Boom.
It's Toadstool's turn, unless you want to move, Exult.
Oh shit! I should have used my bonus action. Son of a biscuit.
Well, do I have to learn this to cast this?
Cast what?
That's my question to Isaac, I guess, since we're using Beyond. Do I have to learn a spell to cast the spell?
He's giving you access to all your cantrips. So if it's a cantrip,
well, on Beyond, do I have to learn the spell to cast the spell? Though?
No, you're a religious class. You can any spell level you can cast as long as you have a use left for the day. You can pick anything you want out of any spell level you can cast.
Okay, so go there, and then
But he's talking about to use it in D&D Beyond. Yes, you have to put that on your character sheet to be able to roll with it from your character sheet. Just go to manage spells and
I got it.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. All right, so I cast Infestation, which I gotta go here. And I gotta go here.
Where do the bugs come out of? Visual effect. I just want to know.
I mean, I'm gonna be proper since this is on the internet or something.
His nuff? They come out of his nuff?
Hey,
I don't.
My butt.
My butt.
My
They're
butt.
butt bugs.
Yep, they just come out of my pants legs.
Carnivorous worms, right?
Yeah. So I cast this thing, and this thing's covered in bugs, and then it's gonna be forced to be moved, and I gotta roll a D4.
Oh, so we can like move stuff, or?
Yep.
So it's
Actually,
a Constitution save, or it takes a D6 and gets moved.
Yep.
So we need a con save from the monsters.
Well, it's not going to take poison damage. It's immune.
Slime.
But the moving thing, I'm curious. So the bugs like move it, or is it that it freaks the person out and moves?
I'm picturing it's kind of like, just bug, like a swarm of insects. It's like, you're just like, God damn, get off me. So, the thing just like involuntarily
Actually, you
moves
know what?
away
I'll
from-
let you do the 4 points of damage, except it's not poison. They just eat whatever this is. They eat 4 points of it.
Okay.
I
roll. Okay, I can still roll
and I'm
so
gonna.
I gotta roll a D6 yet, right?
Yeah, because it's a random direction.
Yeah. So it only did one dent. And 4 is it moves west.
Okay, and I suppose it would try and get away from them, being they're eating it. So yeah.
So I am now not covered in it, right?
Yeah. Well, you're covered in remnants of it, but it will have no effect on you. You're just covered in icky slime.
It's lumped off of you and moved to the west, I think he said.
Yep. And now I can move 5 feet back, or no?
You can still move.
Yeah. That was just a spell.
All right, so I'm gonna move up against the wall or whatever, like up here. So, damn it! I thought you held.
If it's more than 5 feet and it's still next to you, it would potentially get an attack of opportunity.
All right. Oh, I'm whatever right there. All right.
Which was only 5 feet from where you were. So.
Well, I'm trying to make it smaller, but then it's not letting me move it. So. It's very small now. It's tiny. There we go.
Just
it's
so
precious.
Everybody knows in Roll20, if you click on your character, move it where you want, and then hit the Alt button before releasing, it will stay wherever you put it, rather than clicking 2 squares.
I thought it was Control or Shift. Alt.
Alt.
Yeah. It doesn't snap to grid.
Yeah, that way it will. Until our GM plays with his squares so that they meet up with the Roll20 squares.
Well, this map was a pain, but this is the closest I could get it. So
I'm good, buddy. I'm just poking at you.
The next one actually has the actual 5-foot squares. It's just
nice.
All right. So it is Anika's turn.
Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it! Hit it! Hit it!
Sure. Is it
go?
They'll have who's stuck inside of it?
No one. He managed to get himself out. A bunch of bugs came out of his body or clothes and then ate some of whatever was covering him, and then it tried to get away from the bugs. And now it's very small. It's tiny.
Itty bitty crab looking things just roll down.
can I attack it, or is it too? Am I too far away from it?
No, you can attack it.
You'd have to
Okay.
move first or use a ranged.
Okay, so
That's what you're
I would,
asking.
yeah, I would move towards it and then attack it,
There you go.
and then I just hit the sword properly, right?
With the boomstick.
Boom.
Nice.
And boom.
Okay, so the 10 is gonna miss. But you get to go. You still have your short sword. You can attack with it.
Yeah.
Looks like her next attack was a natural 20. I mean, she rolled with advantage, so she basically rolled both attacks.
I see what you're saying. I'll allow it, even though I normally wouldn't, but it's okay. So,
Oh, why not? It's just 2 rolls.
all right. So you actually kill it.
Boom!
You smash it into oblivion.
I mean, I'd say that if you allow it, and we do this in the future, even if the next roll is a 1, we should stick with whatever we decide, so that it's not us just taking advantage of the situation.
That's where I'm going with it. So if that's how you guys want to do it, then that rule will be set in stone. If not, it'll just be a full roll, even though the initial roll had advantage.
What does the table say? I mean, I'm cool with it.
I'm
To me,
cool
it
with it.
makes
Yeah, cuts down on the rolls.
Yeah, that's fine.
How about you, Steve?
What I do?
You looked away.
So if somebody
Just
rolls
yes,
two,
yes,
it's
Steve,
like
just
an
say
advantage. Just okay.
Oh, am I dodging slime?
No, we're deciding on a table rule. So if somebody rolls with advantage accidentally and they're going to roll twice, the second one is just their second roll.
Okay.
Works for me.
So you smoke it and pate it against the wall, and it's gone. It's
Anybody got prestidigitation? This stuff's disgusting.
I cast prestidigitation.
I got it in my mouth.
It's like
I clean everyone up with prestidigitation.
Thank you.
okay.
As
Everybody's
I-
clean.
I went from fluffy to like straight up slick back.
I do not recommend slime.
I mean, if you water it down, it's probably great for cleaning stuff, I say, as I pull out a glass vial and scoop up some of the remnants.
Okay, just write down you have some.
Will do.
Well, actually, you don't have a glass vial, but you could put it in like a water skin if you want to sacrifice a water skin.
Oh crap, you're right. I don't have a glass vial, do I? All we have is those potion vials, and I'm not wasting that. No, if we happen to come back through, I don't want to, because my water skin, this thing's acidic. I don't think that would hold it. I think he's smart enough to know that he needs glass or something to.
Okay.
Maybe stone for a while, but okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on this door with my tools.
Oh, and Anika, when you hit it with your short sword, you would actually all of you would have saw like a bright, blinding black flash, and you would have watched like some mist go from it into her short sword.
What?
Oh, I actually saw that happen.
Everybody saw it happen,
Okay.
What happened?
and everything would have went like deathly quiet for like a second.
She killed it and like it absorbed into her sword?
Yeah,
Its soul,
like it's
or
life
something?
essence or something.
What's your name? Ingon? Ingon?
Yeah, but you can just call me Annika.
What?
It's okay.
Oh, what the hell was that?
I have no idea.
I saw that.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm.
Is there something weird about your sword?
Is it glowing or anything, or is it just?
Does your sword just do that?
Well, the blade was like momentarily like turned like a greasy black color after it did that for a second, and then it just went back to normal.
No,
Did it
it's never
repair
done it
itself
before.
when that happened?
Well, when you guys looted it, it was just a short sword from one of the kobolds.
Well, we never saw it kill anyone either, so.
I also
mean-
wasn't watching. I was working on the door. And
I
to
can't
be
detect-
honest and fair,
Oh.
I rolled a 1. I think that means I broke my thieves' tools.
No, you broke some. I'm not a jerk like that. You broke some of them.
Yeah.
What?
I said thank you.
It just means we broke the lock in the door and we can't get in now. So now we're good campaign, everybody.
We can use some of this acid slime to burn it down.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's
Not bad.
escalated to that so early in the campaign. Just burn it. Just burn it all.
So
are
I
you
will
missing
try
any hit
again.
points, Anika?
While everybody's figuring out what they're doing, I'm gonna bust up my potion and drink my potion. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do one now, so I'm getting. Do you want me to roll D4 or do we just get 4 back?
It's a solid 4 every time you take a swig.
Okay, so I'm getting 4 back, and then in like a
will-
couple minutes I'll do another one or whatever. Is there like a time limit you want me to like? It's not just like boom, boom, boom.
No, it could literally be every round you could drink out of it once.
Okay.
You're doing
So
the same. Is it an
So-
action or a bonus action to drink?
What is drinking a potion normally?
I think it's a bonus action if you have it in your hand, but an action to draw.
It's like your
if you-
movement thing, right? It's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
your
it all
movement thing.
depends on how complex you want to make it. And it
Well,
can
for
be
out of
as-
combat, you're just at full health because nothing else is
Yeah.
attacking you right now. So
Yeah.
in combat, you got to take it out obviously and then drink it. So it would eat up your
Yeah.
movement action.
I think we need some of that slime for this door because I apparently need to do better with learning these lockpicks. I rolled a
Lelathian
1,
has
a
become
2, and then a
Pinky.
3.
You've taken over the role of Pinky.
He's cursed me with his rolls. That's what it was. It's these damn picks. He gave me cursed picks that he was trying to use.
Could be, man.
That's the lore.
All right, Anika, did you have any damage?
I had 12 from, I think.
Okay, so after that damage thing happened, or after the black part of your sword, it would have actually all your wounds would have healed.
Oh,
Ooh.
So you would have
Nice.
saw like the acid burns on her and stuff like that. Like once it did that, well, whoever was looking at her, you were looking at the door, so you probably would have missed it, Lelathian. But
Yeah.
Toadstool and Exalti would have saw like the black thing happen in the flash of black light, and then like all of a sudden all her burns would have went away on her face and her arms.
So I sigh heavily and I put away these lockpicks that I'm pretty sure are cursed. And I just knock on the door, casting a spell called Knock. And a loud, resounding knock sounds. It's not subtle. It's
Oh yeah, it
quite
echoes through the. Yeah, I know.
loud. And then it unlocks.
Yep, it unlocks. It clicks and unlock. It's not a magic lock or anything.
Is a waste of a second level spell, but I couldn't get it otherwise. So I'm like, fuck it. I took, excuse my language, fudge it. I took this.
Oh
spell
no,
anyway.
profanity's all right. We just I'm not. I didn't set the stream to like for children. It's fine.
All right, sweet. Well then, fuckity fuck.
does it open into the room or into the hallway?
Well, I was gonna
Towards us.
ask if this is a good place to stop, or how much longer are we gonna go?
Tonight I'm good because I did family stuff beforehand this time and helped my mom with her taxes. So tonight I have
Okay.
extra time. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
go until 6.
I'm good for a few. I mean, I'm good until we get combat or whatever.
What about you, Steve?
I'm fine.
Okay, so then we'll call it at 6. All right.
So, door open. As I curse a little bit.
You see a roughly hewn 30-foot square room that still has old rusted picks, shovels, crowbars, a wheelbarrow, and a wooden mining cart. Everything is covered with a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. The slope passage exits to the south. Footprints can be seen all over the floor, but mostly head north.
All right. I check the room real quick to make sure it's not trapped. I'll go ahead and use my little buddy to aid me with that.
It doesn't appear to be trapped.
Awesome sauce. Then I will head on in.
It doesn't appear to be trapped.
That's what he said. And I'll check the next door.
It is also locked.
Son of a biscuit. I curse and I pull out what I'm assuming are cursed lockpicks. And I try again. You got this, buddy. You got this. Right. 18 pop that
Okay.
lock?
It actually does. You barely got it. All right.
Sweet.
Anybody that turns around, you actually see a do not enter sign on the door you just went through. And there's also one on the other side of this door. It says, do not enter, dangerous.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, they're warning people about the slime. Nice.
It's got a biohazard symbol. It says like poison gas.
Like have a slime with some skull bones inside.
Pretty much, probably. Well, it just says poison gas.
All right. Noise. I go ahead and move up to what I'm assuming is another door up these stairs.
Yes.
Is this also locketed?
Yes.
All right. Well, then I will once again.
Oh, just a second. All right. So a staircase carved from stone descends into the dark. Footprints are visible in the dust, and the cobwebs have been recently broken. Descends 40 feet to the north, down to the north. And there's little footprints, which you, I think I'm going to give it to Joe. He would recognize as probably the kobold footprints.
Hey guys, those are the kobold footprints.
Well, shit. Did the kobolds have keys on them?
Don't know, did they?
You didn't find any in the pile.
All right. So one less for this door. Does a 17 pop this lock?
Yes.
Awesome. Sauceum.
Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot.
Then I peek
Okay.
in.
Well, actually, you are in a massive, actually, 1 second here. You're in a fenced-in area at this point with a bunch of buildings. It appears to be a mining camp of some sort. The buildings are not in use. They're in various stages of despair and collapse. And there's a metal gate that goes around this entire area, and it has a padlock on the front gate of it.
All
Does this
right.
look to be in a giant cave, or is this outdoors?
It's outside, but it's a camp. So it's like each of these little square things are a building, a dilapidated
I think
building.
we should just ignore the buildings and go back to town with our dragon.
What?
So the wall.
I don't think we can carry any more shit, guys.
There was a wagon back. There was a wheelbarrow in the square room that was workable.
the one I'm in?
Yes. The wheels are rusted, though. You need to oil it, but there is a can of oil in this room.
I cast grease.
He's been waiting for that all day.
I got one thing I'm gonna do this entire campaign. I'm gonna do it.
Well, grease will last longer than the oil, so I mean it's whatever. Anika goes to start oiling the wheels, and the goblin runs back in and casts grease.
I gotta hear this. When you cast grease, what happens? Like, where's the grease come out of?
My fingertips. I just wave my hands around and it just starts squirting oil all over the tire.
So you actually get Anika with some of the grease until she backs away, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Is it like the first time you've ever cast grease and you're just like, you don't know what's gonna happen? It's just kind of spraying everywhere.
Yep.
All right, and the wheelbarrow is now functional.
All right, I'll put the net in there full of the dragon stuff and just go into C2.
Okay. That works.
All right, I gotta know. Has anybody seen The Kid Who Would Be King? It's like from 2019.
No, the movie? No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It sounds familiar, but I don't remember it.
Yeah.
This is how I'm imagining our goblin casting. I'll eventually put it on our thing once I find a GIF.
Okay.
Okay, I start checking doors.
When he's
Little house
checking
first.
doors,
Probably a pooper, but we'll find
when
out.
we look at the wall that we came out of, is it like, like a mountainside or like a hill or like what do we the door of the wall on the door that we came out of? What does that look like?
It's a mine. It's a door that leads into the mine, and it also has warnings on it and stuff like that. Is that what you're asking?
I mean, is it like a mountainside? Like we can't climb it or anything? We can't go above it and it's like steep and up?
Oh yeah, it'd be like a rock face. I mean, you could climb it if you wanted. I mean, I'm not sure what would be on top necessarily at this point, but yeah.
It's a ways up and we can't see past it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you were in a mountain, basically. So
yeah. All
you're
right.
facing a mountain if you turn around.
Okay. And we have a feeling the village is on like the other side, like a couple 100 feet away or something.
Oh, for that you'd have no idea. You're assuming to the west, maybe?
Okay. All right.
I mean, you would assume to the west based on like the map. That's where the village is.
Yeah. All right.
Also, the static electricity is really starting to ramp up again.
Is it moist out here or anything?
No.
Like, what's the weather? Daylight? Dark?
You're moist.
You're moist.
I'm not moist. Well, I mean,
You're all slimy, buddy. You're as moist as can be.
he pressed to digitize me.
You're right.
He pressed to digitize me. I'm good.
It's probably midday.
Okay.
I mean, because you guys realistically only burnt like maybe 3 hours in there.
Yep, sounds right.
I mean, you didn't burn that much time.
One cabin at a time.
Yep.
All right.
I think I will start with this little guy right next to us. See if it's locked. If it's not locked, pop it open and see what's what.
All the doors are locked, but some of them, the locks have like rusted away. So I'm just not even gonna make you roll for it. That or, like I said, they're decrepit. So I mean, if you went to force it, you could break it open. So.
All right. Well, I'll just pop it open then and see what's inside. If something bites my face off, I'll scream.
Okay.
I say these locks don't look like they're gonna hold up to much. So if everybody wants to take a door, we could make this go faster. Unless y'all just want to wait until.
There's an actual wagon that is also in fairly decent shape, but also needs to have the wheels greased to make it functional.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I point to one of you two. Can one of you two cast mending? We can make all this stuff,
I
you
can
know.
cast mending.
All right. Mend
I
it
come
up
in, cast mending.
on these wheels.
I mend the wheels.
It becomes functional again, but you would need a medium-sized animal to pull it. But I mean, you actually have one of those, so you're good.
I look at Ingo.
Yeah. Hey!
I ignore him and I go into the building.
Oh my god! In a couple of these buildings, 2 of them would be like sleeping quarters, and they would have like foot lockers, most of which are empty, but you would find like a few personals. Maybe a minor piece of jewelry, some paper.
Like jewelry from a miner, or like?
Yeah, like somebody's necklace or something like that.
But I
Like
mean,
from
is
a
it
miner.
miner related?
To learn the basics of
Get it?
swordcraft, you'll need a weapon.
I'm trying to make a witty.
And then you would also find a building that has a chest, which has a lock on it, but the lock's on the floor and the chest is open and there's nothing in it. But it's a perfectly viable chest, a small chest if you want one of those. And then the lock's usable, and there's also a ink vial in here if you want a vial.
An ink vial?
Yeah, like this must be where they took notes. Like,
is it an actual vial or is it like a ink well?
No, it's an ink vial actually.
Oh, all right.
But it's dried. The ink's all dried out.
Oh. Sweet.
I grabbed that if that's okay. And could you press to digitize this?
Yeah, sure.
And then I use it to go collect some of that slime.
Okay.
May be useful in the future.
Okay, yeah, you get some.
Woo! I did that thing.
We got a vial of slime.
Trying to think of what else there'd be. One of the shacks would have shovels, picks, any mining tool you would want. What were you saying, Anika?
We've got the room in. Is there anything in there?
In which room? I'm sorry.
The room that I'm in. It's to the right.
Oh, sorry. I'm just giving like a generalized thing of what's in all the buildings. So
Okay.
we could say yours is like where all the mining tools are, shovels and picks and stuff like that. And then the larger one would be where all the beds were and personal effects. The smallest one would be where the inkwell was. That's closest to the mine, and where the ledger is, and the chest. And then the second smallest one would be, it appears to be a single room area with a little fireplace. Like this is probably where the foreman stayed. You'd see a ring of keys on the wall.
We should grab those. I'm gonna grab those.
Okay.
Those would have come in handy.
Well, there were 2 ways to get here, and you guys picked the other way, so.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, unless we run into traps, we loot this place, load up the wagon with all of our stuff, including the dragon bones, and
Could I
again,
pull the wagon?
I look at Ingo.
Well, I mean, could I pull it? Do you think?
I nod.
Yeah, no, it's designed, because it's a small wagon, it's designed for like a medium creature to pull it. So like a pony or something. So like you could pull it because you're a medium creature and you're strong.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's why they looked at you and started laughing, is because I was like, and you do have a medium creature.
Okay. All right, yeah. I will definitely do
All right, so you guys get to the front, C1, the gate, and two guards are facing away from you. One of them hears like the wagon creak or whatever and turns around and is like, "Hey, there's people in there. You're under arrest."
No, we're not.
I'd look down at myself and I'd say, I don't seem to be. But it's a pleasure to meet you. We just helped Pinky reclaim the throne. Are these candy people or people?
They're candy people.
So
and one of them's trying to mess with the lock on the gate, and the other one is yelling at you to like drop your weapons and surrender.
That's not going to happen.
I'm not holding any weapons, but I put my hands up and I say, we are here on the authority of Emperor Pincus. Pointing back to the cave. I believe he is the current ruler of these lands, and he would like to speak to you if you'd wish to head on into the cave. He's on the throne inside, and here's my...
They are looking at you like you're a full-blown crazy person. Everybody down on their knees.
Can I get a persuasion check? No?
I'm going to say no, they're hostile. Like, they're like, get on your knees, you're under arrest.
What kind of weapons do they have?
I suppose probably a short sword and a dagger.
Are
I mean, they're just
inside the gate?
typical guards. You can tell they're a little on the fatter side, too. Like, this is just like a run-of-the-mill guard job. Like, the smartest people weren't put here, basically. What?
Are they inside the gate? Like, toward, like...
No, they're outside. So, one of them's trying to unlock it right now.
They're trying to get through the gate to arrest us.
So, I'm going to wait until they open the gate, and then I'm going to switch to intimidate, since obviously they're already hostile. And I am going to yell out, on the order of Emperor Pincus, who comes from your town, you shall let us pass without harassing us. And if you harass us further, we are well within our rights to defend ourselves. And we are quite capable.
Okay. The one that's unlocking the gate looks kind of nervous, but the one to the right of him says, just get us in there so we can arrest them and turn them in and deal with them then. At that point, you're bickering with them, Lilithian, and they're like the guy who's in charge. Actually, you don't even get a chance to. You, between Toadstool and Anika, you watch a lightning bolt go between you and actually hit the guy that acts like he's in charge and completely gets vaporized.
What?
Where did it come from?
And your hair, Anika, if it's long, even if it's 12 inches or 18 inches long, it's completely on end at this point.
Okay.
Am I fluffy again? Damn it!
Oh yeah, you're humming, man.
Anika, did you do that? Where'd that come from?
That was not me. That came from behind us.
So
can I just like put my hair out, or do I have to like?
No, if you touch your hair, like it's just completely straight on end, like you're touching a strong electrical current.
Go ahead and look at the dragon bones with my magic eyes again, because it's concentration.
Well, I mean, you can just turn around, like if you want to. I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna slow.
That thing you said.
Slow turn.
So the young kid that was with the other guard runs off screaming, and then you hear a loud crash behind you as you're turning around after the lightning bolt occurred, and you actually see like the skeletal dragon like standing up.
Great.
I think we did a boo-boo, guys.
No, we have a pet. You're our friend. You just helped us, right, buddy?
He's acting like a dog. You're like, good boy, good boy.
No, it's at this point it doesn't take detect magic anymore. Its eyes are glowing blue, and it kind of gives a chuckle, and then just flies into the air. It buffets, and it actually knocks you all to the ground from the force as it's taken off. It's not like trying to hurt you or anything, and it just takes off.
I roll to attack.
With what?
I
But
roll
it's
to
taken off, right?
subdue.
You should
There
I,
goes our fortune.
Well, I
say
guess
I'm
that
glad
happened.
it didn't eat us. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that happened. We don't have a dinosaur skull anymore. So the gate's open?
Are there any ropes still connected to it from the net it was in?
Yeah, jeez.
Just
I
asking.
don't think so. I think it would have tore him off. Like, I mean, it's basically a Dracolich is what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, this is yeah, oops.
Yeah,
And the
well, I
lock
mean,
could just be
we may-
open and hanging off the other side of the gate. So if you reach through, you could undo it and undo the chains.
I
We
look,
might have-
I look at Ingo and I say, what did you do?
We might have to deal with that later, guys. That might come up.
That might indeed. I hope we're a lot stronger when it does.
Well, it's because it was trapped in the rock and you freed it.
Yeah.
And then because of size impairments, it couldn't do anything until you got it out.
Is my wagon okay still?
I'm sorry, what?
Is my wagon okay?
Oh, no, it broke the wagon.
Okay.
Like, once it formed into, like, a full dragon skeleton, the weight was too much.
Well,
Good.
you still got mending, buddy. You can do a foot at a time, right?
That is true. You could fix
I
it.
guess mending on the wagon.
I help him jigsaw puzzle it back together.
Okay, you eventually have a wagon again.
Does this
And
gate-
I pocket the lock. We may need this in the future.
Do we have the key for the lock?
I got a whole bunch of keys right here.
Oh, cool.
The key to the lock is actually still in it for, like, the C1 front gate. The keys you have, Anika, are to all the other doors. Like, in the camp or into the dungeon.
Well, I was just thinking, having a lock that has an actual key to it will help us lock stuff up better.
Well, there was also a chest that had a padlock that was on the floor, too. So you could have took the chest and the padlock.
We did. We put the chest in the wagon.
All right. Then you got all the locks, the 2 functioning locks, one for the chest, one for this front gate.
Cool. This guard, was he wearing any armor or anything? Did he?
Oh, it was
get
disintegrated.
It was all disintegrated. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna pick up his ash and just kind of like poke at his ash and be like, "Huh, that's actually kind of impressive."
Did we get any bags from any of those buildings or anything like that? Even just
Oh, yeah, there is a ton of mining sacks. Like, in the far right building that Anika was in was all mining supplies, So
I'm going to be kind of whistling as I sweep him into a bag.
Oh, good God.
All
All right.
You think it's worth anything? I mean, it's got to be something, right?
Like, yeah, it's spell components.
Vaporized ashes, check. Of a candy.
The
candy
ashes
person.
of a vaporized candy person. Spell component.
Put it into the wagon. You never know what we're gonna need, and we just lost out on some dragon teeth.
So if you think we throw that in some dirt with some new candy stuff, it'll come back as that person again.
Oh, good God.
I'm pretty sure there's a spell that requires.
You're gonna plant him?
Dead person. I don't know.
All right. So
Yeah, maybe we should bury him.
Better prepared.
Well, no, Joe wants to plant him to see if he comes back as a candy person, a candy tree or something.
I mean, I don't know how it works in this world, but at the very least,
I'm curious now.
At the very least, we may not get blamed if we know where the whatchamacallits are and it's out of sight. If you guys want to bury it. I'm not going to stop you.
I'd like to get home.
I just don't want to get blamed for the ashes, and I'm pretty sure there's some spell that could use ashes at some point down the line.
I forget what spell, but yeah, it's a component for something.
Aren't there like areas that we didn't get to really like look into? I mean, should we just backtrack and see what we
I
can
think
find?
we checked all of what's inside the mine. The only thing we really could do inside the mine is pull out a bunch more of that rock candy
Gotcha.
amphetamine that
Okay. All right.
I
So
mean,
where do we?
in case Joe wants to burn through our stash.
actually, is when we were in the town that the sky was like opening up like with an apocalypse, wasn't it?
Yeah, like storm clouds and stuff like that.
Is that still
Oh yeah, it's still
happening?
happening. And now that you're looking at the sky, you actually can see like the brief outline of the dragon skeleton flying away.
Well, that's ominous.
I think we fucked up.
As he flies off into like a lightning cloud.
Yeah, kind of. And then you would eventually, if you kept looking, you would see him land on top of the mountain.
I see fire.
And that's the way that the gate is opening to.
I see fire.
Probably the equivalent to the mountaintop would be where like C4 is, only way the hell up.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. So I mean, I guess we can head out the gates here, or we can head back to town. What do you guys think?
Well, I think town's going to be very happy to see us right now. If that other guard is running back to town, I personally think we should go the other direction. Pinky said he's got it here. We can use what we found, and hopefully that'll help us along the trip to whatever next town we can find.
So
That'd be my advice.
Leave C1 here. Leave out the gate here.
Yeah,
sure.
open.
I mean, once you take the chain off and the lock off the C1, you can get out.
Okay. Do we see where the guard ran off to? I mean, was it like?
Well, yeah, there's a road that looks like it goes west a ways and then veers back towards town, and you can actually see him running down the road.
He just
Isn't
went
there only
straight up the road.
though?
Nice, great. We should probably get moving a little bit.
What'd you say, Steve?
Isn't there only one town though?
That we know of.
Well, I can't tell you that.
That we know of.
But yeah, the road he's running onto leads back to town.
Yeah, so the road goes in two directions.
Yeah, there'd be a road that goes the other way. I'm not gonna railroad you like that. You want to wander off in the middle of nowhere and do nothing, that's your choice. And then there's woods directly south of the gate too.
All right. Apparently the tracks lead back to town. Let's head back to town and take our due.
Well, you can clearly see the teenage kid running down the road. I mean, he's maybe 60 feet from you or something like that, but I mean, he's running like a bat out of hell. But
yeah. I mean, so I was hoping that the road would lead to another town, which would lead us to maybe Blue. But if all this is in this town, then we might find Bluey back in town or whatever other color. He suggested red. So, I guess
the road goes east and west once you leave the gate. So, west goes back to the town you were at, and east goes, you have no idea.
If we step out the gate, does it say anything? Like, is there a arch above that says like mining camp or something, or like any?
Well, it would say Candy Mountain Mine, property of Harmony.
Okay. Is there any kind of like directions, like Harmony that way and other?
Oh, the town we came from was called Harmony, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Harmony would be to the west, and then to the east. Oh, what the heck would it say? 1 second.
We're just murder hobos. We're pretty much murder hobos at this point.
No, if we were, we would have killed that kid. So far, we didn't kill anybody.
I was just gonna cast Grease on it.
I got Long Strider.
I don't want to hurt the kid. I just want to grease him up a little.
It would say Greystone Manor.
Greystone. Where's that name familiar?
Was that the mayor's house?
Yeah, wasn't it?
No, the mayor was Mayor Honeycutt.
Okay.
Somebody owned Greystone. Was Greystone was somebody in the town, though, wasn't it? Or something? They owned something or something? I swear to God, I heard that name somewhere.
Well, if you roll intelligence, I can give you a memory check.
All right. Intelligence. Not bad.
Who?
21.
He's the what the hell would it be called? Probably the head of the merchant society.
Oh, okay.
He's the one who hired the kobolds.
Oh yeah. Because they said the Greystone people, the Greystone. Yeah. Then the other guy was like, shh.
Greystone also had bodies in his closet.
No, that was
Right.
Honeycutt. That was the mayor's house that had the bodies.
Yep.
So since
That's
we
why I
know
thought
that,
it was.
I'm gonna relay that to the group. It's like, I recognize that name. The kobolds mentioned that the Greystone hired the kobolds to come down there for Pinky.
Oh, that's right.
So I mean, I guess we can go into the woods and get lost. We can go to Harmony, or we can head this way to the people that hired the kobolds to go down there. What do you guys think?
I assume the kid is running back to town and not to the manor, right?
Yeah, he's running back to town.
I believe so. Yeah.
So, my assumption is that the guy who hired, honestly, the guy who hired the kobolds might have more information, but he also might be set well against us.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's always worth finding out information if we have the ability to run.
What do you guys think? Ingo?
I think he might have information, and we should go see him.
All right. Ingo?
Well, I kind of want to just go get lost and see what kind of trouble we can get into, but maybe.
Ingo, I'm
Maybe we
with
should
you. However, our GM clearly laid tracks.
I was just gonna say, I think maybe we should see if we can get some more information.
Well, I mean, we can lay low for a couple days and see what happens. Like, try to see what happens, but we probably got to get home at some point.
So the other thing I might suggest, if in case it changes anybody's mind, is that kid is likely to go tell town that we caused all of this. If we want to have any chance of clearing our names, we should probably follow him.
Okay.
So that we right away be like, hey, nope, we didn't do this. This was the dragon, and we can prove our innocence if you want to go talk to Pinky. We know where Pinky's at. Such and so forth. In case that changes anybody's positions.
I did have that thought that we should go talk to town, but I mean, that seems like a lot of talking, and I don't really know. Yeah.
Still see the kid running.
Yeah, kid's running back to town.
We can
He
still see him, so like somebody could like nail him with a fire bolt or something, and
Just kill him on the road.
That feels.
there was a dragon.
I just say, if you suggest it, I say that feels kind of icky.
All right.
And then I look around for the paladin that seems to be missing. I think we had one
following you
person
guys.
that time.
So I mean, I can cast Longstrider, which gives the person 10 feet extra movement speed, so it speeds them up pretty decent. So I mean, I don't know how far it is to town, but you might be able to catch the kid. But I mean, it's going to take like a minute or two since we've been standing around and he's got a lead. So I mean, if you want to try to catch the kid, we could try to catch the kid and just be like.
To be fair, the other guy seemed to be more of an ass than the kid did.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not against trying to catch the kid, but I mean, we got to go right now if somebody's going to do it.
Well, the kid just ran away in fear, but I mean, if you do cast Longstrider, you will get him like after a minute or so, like Toadstool's saying.
So I mean, you want to
You
somebody?
want me to run after him?
I'm gonna. I mean, your movement speeds. You're a rabbit, so I mean, you're pretty fast, right?
It's 30, would be 60, and then I can add a bonus action hop to it.
Yeah. All right. So I'll cast Long Strider on. So go catch the kid and like.
So that turns
I
his
mean-
speed into like 80 or something at that point.
60, and then I have at least 2 more hops for the day.
Oh no, but I'm saying if your normal movement speed is 30 and he adds 10 to that, and then you get to double it, that makes it 80,
that would
right?
be
Yeah.
80. Yep.
Yeah. So you're hauling ass, and you'd get him after like 30 seconds, and he would give out like a high pitched scream, realizing he can't get away from you because you're really fast.
I try to calm him down. I mean, I can do a little talking. I'll sing him a little song, and I'll be like, "There was a bard."
I think you're just freaking him out more. He would just be like, "What do you want?"
I want you to chill the fudge out, man. I want to talk to you first, get some information, and let you know where we're coming from. That dragon was not ours, by the way, as I point to where it flew away. Do you know where the dragon came from or what's happening? Because we sure as heck don't.
Why would I know anything about dragons?
You live in this place. We don't.
I mean, there's stories about dragons, but I've never seen one in my entire life.
Well, tell me a story. I like stories. What was the last story you heard about a dragon? Maybe it might be about this one. Is it about a bone dragon?
Well, before this was a mine, this used to be called It used to be called Dragon Mountain.
Well, there you go. See, that's information that's useful. So there was a dragon that used to live in this mountain, I guess, before it started being mined for what I can only assume is candy cane.
But people kept getting sick going into the mine when they were mining, so they shut it down. And then kids went in there to like have contests to see who could stay overnight. But then kids started disappearing, so they just locked it up. And then kids kept trying to break in, so then they put guards out front.
Well, I think it's open to mine again if the town wants to mine, but we should probably talk to folks in the mine. Do you know who's taken over since the mayor has passed?
I mean, the mayor's not dead, is he?
I'm pretty sure. When all this stuff broke down, it looked like he might have been murdered by some were-rats or something.
Murdered by rare rats.
Things are going well.
He is a were-rat. He's a lore keeper. He's in charge of the lore keeper society.
Wait, your mayor is a were-rat?
Yes.
Okay, well that tells us a few things. We should probably talk to your mayor. Can you take us to your mayor? We tried to talk to him earlier, and we ran into a closet full of corpses. We assumed your mayor was a part of that. I'm just being totally honest.
He's like, I don't know anything about dead people. I've been here since this morning.
Oh, so you haven't even been to town. You haven't seen all the BS except for the sky. Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff happening in town. We saved a bunch of people from a Ferris wheel, and then a birthday party went to the mayor's house, and it looked like a bunch of people were killed. We were able to save Pinky and his little sister. And then I just relay our tale. Without any deceptions, just straight up relaying it. I may embellish just a little bit because, I want to make sure he knows we were the good guys in the story. So would you like persuasion or performance?
Oh, he'll just take your word for it. I'm not worried about it. I was going to say, it's 6, though. Should we call it for now, or?
Probably.
Cool.
Well,
pick it up next week.
Like going forward, do you guys want to head back to town and talk to the mayor? Probably sounds like the direction we're going.
Yeah.
That's my vote. Did either of you two change your vote, or do we need to wait for other people to join us next week?
No, we can just decide with whoever is here currently.
All right. So, what say you two? We have two to go to. Two have voted so far to go to the manor, and two have voted so far to go to town. Does anybody wish to change their position?
Town.
So is that 3 for town?
I'm going to town and talking to the mayor, but eventually maybe heading to Greystone. So,
Sounds unanimous. We're going to town.
all right.
Okay. Thanks for watching, and we'll pick this up next week.
Sounds good.
Good game, everybody.
Good game.
Always a good game when we release a Dracolich.
Well, at least it was nice enough not to kill us and just to kill the butt who was going to try and arrest us.
Yeah.
I mean, it kept us from having our from having Ingo go all Ingo on him. If we really would have been in trouble.
Yeah. All right, I will talk with you guys on